there, Krista Cruzy here. I am talking today about to DIY or to buy something. So that kind of becomes a kind of a question, there's certain things that you can DIY, but sometimes DIY actually becomes more expensive than just purchasing it. So I want to make sure, that you kind of do your research to make sure you're not spending more on the DIY version than if you would just buy something. So, for instance, sometimes DIYing, I'm going to use kind of a photo booth, for instance. DIYing a photo booth can actually kind of be more expensive sometimes than just purchasing a photo booth and having a vendor, purchasing the vendor for the photo booth. And the reason I say that is because you end up having to buy props and and then you're having to kind of man, that night too. If there's an issue, then you're going to get pulled in that direction of having to deal with that. And so sometimes there's things that, you think will be less expensive, but they're just not. Another one is to DIY can be flowers. Sometimes you might purchase, you might think you're going to do fake flowers or artificial flowers, and so you end up starting down that road, and then you realize, oh, you don't really like them, or it might not be what you were thinking, or it's taking longer than you thought. So then you end up having to just go and buy some, and maybe order from a florist. So just really think through, what are your capabilities? Who do you know that can kind of is an expert or has a hobby of that within that specific task that you can maybe tap into, so that you don't spend any extra money that you don't need to on those DIY. Also, Facebook groups. There's usually a bunch of Facebook groups, depending on your community and where you're at, of other brides that are selling previous, centerpieces, decor items, just different things like that. So that's always a great resource too, because you can maybe save some money by opting for, something that another bride has used, which usually isn't really used because it's only, sitting out, or, was on a centerpiece or something like that. So there's definitely some different things. I like to just kind of, note, just to make sure that you kind of take a look at the DIY, versus the buy. And what are you really saving? Because your time is worth something as well, and kind of your sanity. So you don't want to be stressed over trying to do something DIY if, maybe you're saving $100. It might just not be worth it. And then that's for you to decide, where is it within your budget? Are you trying to allocate those dollars, and, where are things that you can maybe pull from, offset that? So just kind of wanted to talk about, DIYing versus buying today. And so again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out anytime. Talk to you soon. Bye.